Hello there, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. Today we're going to be watching a India in Pixels video. This one has been requested of me from a fan over on my Discord for like the past 4 months. And you know what? There's been a lot of videos that have been requested of me, and I know. I've not really gone around to doing them all. I do apologize. You know, the YouTube is a hobby for me, so I only really get to it when I can get to it. But I figured, hey, you know what? Let's watch an India in Pixels video. I really like this channel, highly recommend this channel. Go and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. It's crazy if you haven't. Anyways, they do deep dives on a lot of different things. Ancient culture, ancient languages, or even modern languages, I should say. They differentiate and go into the more of I guess in this particular video, the musical aspect. Why does Telugu sound so musical? Well, we're going to find out. Now, I won't be able to understand the majority of the video. I'm just going to tell you that right now. When it comes to actually Telugu, I can't do it. Now, I can differentiate. So one of the things that I'm really good at is differentiating the written script. So with Telugu, if I'm playing like Geoguessr, I can see Telugu instantly know I'm either in Telangana or Andhra Pradesh. It's easy, right? But like identifying the way it sounds, I can appreciate the way things sound. I can narrow down on like a sound by sound metric, but when it comes to actual the speech and understanding it, I'm really rough. There's a lot of problems for me when it comes to that. But that's okay. That doesn't I've watched and I've reacted to several of these videos before, and I don't think I had taken any other lesser amount of information. So he explains it in such a way where it's understandable for even someone like me that doesn't know the language. So yeah, we're gonna watch it. Link to the video will be in the description down below. Make sure to go and check it out. Telugu has been famously called the Italian of the East. Okay. In this captivating exploration of one of India's most musical languages, from its Dravidian roots to its Sanskrit influences, we unravel the unique features that make Telugu a linguistic marvel. Learn about its melodious sounds. Melodious? Is that a word? Melodious? Melodic? Is it not melodic? Melodious. Melody is. Okay. Complex scripts, cultural significance across South India and beyond. Whether you're a language enthusiast, a curious learner, or someone with Telugu heritage, this video offers fascinating insights into the language's history, structure, and global impact. I would say I'm a curious learner. Yeah. And am I a language enthusiast? I'm borderline. I'm almost there. If I was in a better place in my life, I would probably be more of an enthusiast. I'm borderline. I'm right there. I want to become omnilingual someday. I don't have much time left, but someday I should probably get to work on that. I want to be omnilingual. I want to know all the languages. Keywords, cool. He's got some references here. Yeah, when it comes to like the actual musical stuff, I have been copyright claimed in the past for some of the musical things he's included in the video. So if there's a segment in my reaction where there's no music happening, it's probably because I muted it. I just don't want, the channel to get harmed. So yeah, guys, again, link to the video will be in the description down below. Oh, I should probably not. I usually play my videos at a higher speed, but when it comes to this, I should probably not do that so I get the best effect, right? You turn your eyes away when I look at you.
నిన్ను చూస్తూ ఉంటే కన్నులు రెండు తిప్పేస్తావే నీ చూపులపైనే రెప్పలు వేసి కప్పేస్తావే కనిపించని దేవుణ్ణి కన్నార్పక చూస్తావే కన్నుల ఎదుటే నేనుంటే కాదంటున్నావే చూపే బంగారమాయనే శ్రీవల్లి మాటే మాణిక్యమాయనే చూపే బంగార శ్రీవల్లి నవ్వే నవరత్నమయేనే.
నమస్కారము స్నేహితులు.
Interesting. It did have a nice little flair to it. I think we've heard this particular singer before. She has a good voice. Italian. I was trying to get notes, the notes of the Italian, stylings. I'd have to listen to a little bit more. All right.
आज हम बात करने वाले एक ऐसे भाषा के बारे में which in my opinion is one of the most musical languages of India.
तेलुगु.
तमिल.
तमिल नहीं, तेलुगु.
हाँ वही, तमिल और तेलुगु में कितना फर्क है?
उतना ही जितना पंजाबी और बिहारी में है.
अच्छा जी.
ऐसा बस मैं नहीं कहता कि तेलुगु is a musical language. In the book The Man Who Knew Infinity, the author writes Ramanujan's native language was
The Man Who Knew Infinity. Hold on. Oh my gosh, I look so pasty. Oh Lord, that's so funny. It's because the screen's white. I'm white, yes, but the screen is also white. Look at this. The Man Who Knew Infinity. Interesting. Very interesting. Huh.
Tamil, one of a family of Dravidian languages that includes Malayalam, Canarese, and the musical sounding Telugu. Hindi, Bangla और मराठी के बाद Telugu is the fourth most spoken language of India.
That's it? Wait, what?
Hindi, Bangla और मराठी के
Wow. Whoa. That's it? Wait, why is Urdu so low? Why is Urdu so low? Doesn't the majority Muslim of the majority of the minority Muslim population speak Urdu? There's like 300 some million Muslims in India, right? Don't they speak Urdu, or am I just? They probably speak Hindi or the regional language. This is it, really? I guess the Hindi, this 44%, mostly because of like UP and Bihar, huh? Interesting. This is interesting. Kannada is only 4%. That's wild. Wow.
के बाद Telugu is the fourth most spoken language of India. Telugu is also the fastest growing language of the United States.
Is it?
Spoken language of India. Telugu is
Wow. Okay. Interesting. I would say I wonder what's the highest. I mean, it's probably going to be Hindi, of course, but I think after Hindi, it's probably Punjabi. I know in like Canada, it's Punjabi mostly. That's an interesting thing to see. What is with the captions? Why are the captions so weird?
also the fastest growing language of the United States. Telugu speakers have seen a rise of about 150% in the last 6 years. तेलुगु के प्रशंसक देश विदेश सब तरफ आपको मिलेंगे। 1420 में जब इटालियन एक्सप्लोरर निकोलो दी कॉन्ती इंडिया को आए, he was so mesmerized with the Telugu language, he called it the Italian of the East. टैगोर ने एक बार तेलुगु सुनते हुए कमेंट किया था,
I have his book as well. Wait a moment. I shouldn't say I have his book. I have one of his collections of poetry right here. I have looked into some of his other books as well, though. I've been getting into a book reading desire as of late. So I've been getting a lot of books. I mean, I've been buying books for years, right? Like some of these. So that the Man Who Knew Infinity book I bought like, oh God, year and a half ago. But I've been getting more into books. So if you have any book recommendations, let me know. Maybe I'll check it out.
Is this a language or a music? Carnatic
Interesting.
म्यूजिक स्टाइल में भी तेलुगु को एक बहुत बड़ा रोल रहा है। तेलुगु कीर्तन्स इतने पॉपुलर हैं कि आज भी तमिलनाडु और कर्नाटका के
Interesting. Scholengerb, where's that?
टेम्पल्स में तेलुगु कीर्तन ही परफॉर्म किए जाते हैं। तमिल पोएट भारतीय ने तेलुगु के इस सौंदर्य को अपने इस तमिल सॉन्ग में ब्यूटीफुली कैप्चर किया था।
सिंधु नदी में
நிலவினிலே சேரநாட்டிளம் பெண்களுடனே சுந்தர தெலுங்கினில் பாட்டிசைத்து தோணிகளோட்டி விளையாடி வரும்.
आप कह सकते हैं कि जो स्टेटस नॉर्थ इंडिया में बंगाली का है, बीइंग कंसिडर्ड टू बी अ स्वीट लैंग्वेज, वही स्टेटस तेलुगु का साउथ इंडिया में है. विजयनगर किंगडम के शासक श्री कृष्ण देवराय भी तेलुगु के एक बहुत बड़े प्रशंसक थे. He was principally a speaker of Tulu and Kannada, but जब उन्हें अपना फर्स्ट एपिक पोएम अमुक्तमाल्यदा लिखना था, he chose Telugu. जब उनको पूछा गया कि ब्रो यू आर अ कन्नड़ा स्पीकर, व्हाई डिड यू चूज तेलुगु, तब उन्होंने जवाब दिया,
తెలుగదేలయన్న దేశంబు తెలుగు ఏను తెలుగు వల్ల భుండ తెలుగు కండ ఎల్ల నృపుల గొలువ ఎరుగవే వాసాడి దేశ భాషలందు తెలుగు లెస్స.
so
I can definitely hear it. All right. Even to someone like me, sure, he was kind of, speaking in a more sing-songy style of voice, but the inflections, the way like the words, the sounds connect up and down, it definitely feels very, I mean, I guess, yeah, musical in a sense. Even I can hear that, with my untrained ear, right?
तो स्नेहितुलु, इस वीडियो में हम समझने की कोशिश करेंगे व्हाट इज इट अबाउट द तेलुगु लैंग्वेज दैट मेड सो मेनी पीपल इट्स फैंस. व्हाट इज दिस म्यूजिकलिटी जिसके सब कोई दीवाने थे. सरे स्टार्ट చేద్దాం.
యమునా తటిలో నల్లనయ్యకై ఎదురు చూసెనే రాధా ప్రేమ పొంగులా పసిడి వన్నెలే పాడిపోయెను కాదా.
The first thing we notice about Telugu is that इसका हर word ना एक vowel पे end होता है. यमुन.
Let me read that again.
The first thing we
Every word here ends in a vowel. Yeah.
notice about Telugu is that इसका हर word ना एक vowel पे end होता है. यमुना, तटिलो, एदुरु, चूसेना are all vowel endings. तेलुगु में consonants को कहते हैं हल्लुलु और vowels को कहते हैं अच्छुलु. And because हर शब्द का अंत एक अच्छुलु से होता है, Telugu is also called the Achanta language or the Ajanta भाषा. इसी reason से it is so easy.
It does feel very soft, right? I mean, there are some languages where you get a lot of harsh sounds, particularly like in the middle or at the end of a word. It's like a harsh cutoff sound. But with this, like everything he's shown so far, it feels very soft. It feels very malleable. Is that the right term? Malleable. It's soft. It's easy to work around with. It's easy to flow. It's easy to, stretch. If that's what it kind of feels like.
Easy to compose poems in Telugu. Since the end sound of each word can only be a vowel, the probability that any two words picked in Telugu at random can rhyme with each other, it's pretty high. For example, wind को तेलुगु में कहते हैं गाली, जबकि तमिल में कहते हैं काट्र. श्री कृष्ण को तेलुगु में कहते हैं कृष्णडु, बट तमिल में कृष्णन. ठंड को तेलुगु में कहते हैं.
See, I mean, Tamar here has like the harsher ending word, the sound.
चलनी, बट तमिल में कुलिर. और बच्चों को यानी
How are these words so different? they're right next to each other. How are the words so different?
चिल्ड्रन को तेलुगु में कहते हैं पिल्ललू, जबकि तमिल में पुरेंदगढ़. I hope आप intuitively feel कर पा रहे हो कैसे तेलुगु is custom designed for poetry. This was also why Niccolo de Conti considered Telugu as the Italian of the East, because Italian also shows this vowel ending
Yeah, for sure it does, yeah.
property. Both these languages also use a lot of these T or chi sounds like putti, netti, spaghetti, confetti, and gurenchi, pachi, arrivederci. Linguistics wise, Telugu belongs to the Dravidian family, the same family जिसको तमिल, कन्नड़ा और मलयालम बिलोंग करता है. बहुत सारे लोग एक फेयर क्वेश्चन पूछते हैं कि तेलुगु में तो
So yeah, it broke off. Okay, so that's why the words are so different. It broke off very early on from the Proto-Dravidian here. I love this. I love these charts, by the way. I really do. These charts are so cool.
तो इतने सारे संस्कृत वर्ड्स हैं. अगर आप कोई तेलुगु कीर्तन पढ़ोगे, you will find most of these sounds very much like Sanskrit.
चरा चरा रूप पर पर सो
So हम ये कैसे कह सकते हैं कि तेलुगु का संस्कृत के
Why do we have Oprah Winfrey? Like 1990s Oprah Winfrey. What?
साथ कोई कनेक्शन नहीं है? वेल गाइज, आई हियर यू, बट लिंग्विस्टिक्स में हम कभी नाउन्स के बेसिस पे लैंग्वेजेस को क्लासिफाई नहीं करते. हमें लैंग्वेज के कोर स्केलेटन में झांकना होगा. नोट कीजिए कैसे द
Okay. All right. Okay. So moon, Chand, Chad, Chandra, Neela, Chandran, Chandrudu. Tamers is so different. Wow. Do, do, don, irandu, randu, rindu. Oh yeah, but yeah, you can see how these words in particular are similar. Dash, 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 dasam. Huh. Interesting. Okay.
root word of two in all the Sanskritic languages is dui.
Dewey.
Do, dui, don.
Dewey, don.
But in the
Is that how you pronounce it? What did I say? Do. I don't even know what I said for that. Don. Don. How do you say it?
all the Sanskritic languages is dui. Do, dui, don. But
Don?
in the Dravidian languages, it has the root rend. Rendu, irandu, eradu. Similarly, the root for four in Sanskrit is char or chatur, while in Dravidian it is nal. The root for singing is gan in Sanskrit and pat in Dravidian. Country is desh in Sanskrit and nad in Dravidian. Therefore, we infer that Telugu का core is principally Dravidian. सारे Dravidian languages का origin एक base से हुआ है Proto-Dravidian से. Some people believe that this Proto-Dravidian was nothing but Old Tamil. But हम वो confirm से नहीं कह सकते, so I will use the term Proto-Dravidian in this video.
Well, I'm pretty sure most Tamarians would say, yeah, it was Old Tamar for sure. For sure. I mean, to a lot of people from Tamil Nadu, they wholeheartedly believe that Tamar is the oldest language, which, I mean, it has its roots in the oldest language, sure, the Proto-Dravidian. It's a complex thing for sure.
इसी प्रोटो द्रविडियन फैमिली से इंडिया में दो ब्रांचेस निकले थे, सेंट्रल एंड सदर्न. सदर्न ब्रांच से तमिल, कन्नड़ा, तुलु और मलयालम निकले, और सेंट्रल ब्रांच से निकले कुई, गोंड, तोंद, पेंगो और तेलुगु. इस पूरे लैंग्वेज ब्रांच में बस एक ही लैंग्वेज है जो एक लिटरेरी लैंग्वेज बन सकी, तेलुगु. इवन दो तेलुगु संस्कृत से ओरिजिनेट नहीं हुई, तेलुगु कल्चर के एवोल्यूशन में संस्कृत का एक बहुत बड़ा रोल रहा है. तेलुगु इज लाइक अ पिरामिड जिसका बेस द्रविडियन है और उसका शिखा संस्कृत है. जस्ट हाउ इंग्लिश बाय बेस जर्मन है, बट उसके मेजर इन्फ्लुएंसेस ऑन द टॉप लैटिन.
Yeah, I was talking about this in my Geoguessr video today. Go and check out my Geoguessr channel, by the way. If you haven't subscribe. I talk a lot about India in that channel as well. But yeah, I was talking about how there was a recent Twitter post that was shared with me where it started off talking about how English has changed over the centuries and how you could, realistically go back like 300, 400 years and you could probably read the same English, but you keep going further and further and further back, it just slowly like morphs, like just ever so slightly into something more German. It's interesting to see. All I'm saying is language is complex. It's very complex. It's only within modern times with the access to like the internet, to a broader, more easily accessible library information hub where we can start seeing and understanding and breaking down a lot of these different things, right? I don't think language will shift very much going forward if humanity stays the course in which we are, and we don't, things don't end. I don't think language will change very much just because it's become so standard. There will probably be one homogeneous language where everyone would prefer it's probably going to be English. I think English may be a little bit more widespread and easily accessible right now, but I mean, there are other options in the future as well. Well, I think English is probably going to be the one that sticks around the longest. I mean, we have a lot of other languages that have morphed into and have accepted and adopted English words like Hinglish, for example. We stay the Indian route. Hinglish, Hindi. Someone's speaking Hindi, but they throw in a bunch of English words. The same with Spanish. We have Spanglish. Over here in the U.S., a lot of the Hispanic people, Latin people here living in the U.S. The first generation that come, they typically only speak Spanish, but the second generation, my generation, I don't speak Spanish anymore, but my sisters and whatnot, they speak Spanglish, right? It's very, very common for a lot of different families, Hispanic families. They come, they speak Spanish, and they just slowly over time, English takes over. I don't even know where I'm getting at. I'm just saying that that language is complex. That's all I'm saying.
English is both a Germanic and a Latin language. It goes two registers. For example, for any idea you take, you have two words. Those words do not mean exactly the same. For example, if I say regal, they're not exactly the same thing as saying kingly. But if I say fraternal, not the same as saying brotherly. Or dark and obscure. Those words are different. It will make all the difference, speaking, for example, of the Holy Spirit, it will make all the difference in the word in a poem if I wrote about the Holy Spirit or about the Holy Ghost. Since ghost is a fine, dark Saxon word, while spirit is a light Latin word.
तेलुगु में therefore हर शब्द के लिए एक संस्कृत इंस्पायर्ड वर्ड होता है और एक प्योर नेटिव तेलुगु वर्ड. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, मून इज बोथ चंद्रुडु एंड जाबिली. Moonlight is a Chandrakanti but also Vanilla. मॉडर्न तेलुगु द्रविडियन और संस्कृत वर्ड्स में इतने फ्लूइडली स्विच करती है कि शायद आप नोटिस भी नहीं करोगे.
And then this kind of leans upon what I was talking about before. Like, you get these loan words, you get these adopted words from these different languages that are close and nearby. And apparently he's singing it and utilizing these adopted words.
కొంచెం స్వర్గము కొంచెం శార్ధము గుంతులో చాలుగరడు కొంచెం పరువము కొంచెం ప్రళయము గుండెనే కోయుగాయు కొంచెం మౌనము కొంచెం గానము ఎందుకీ ఇంద్రజాలు చిలిపిగా చూస్తావాలా పెనవేస్తావేలా నిన్నే ఆపేదేలా.
चलिए, अगर अब हम डायलेक्टिकली देखें तो तेलुगु के 3 वेरिएंट्स होते हैं. एक है कोस्टल तेलुगु, जिसे कहते हैं आंध्रा तेलुगु. इस वेरिएंट में संस्कृत और द्रविडियन इक्वल प्रोपोर्शन में मिक्स्ड होते हैं.
బాబు గారండి ఓ పాలగడ వచ్చి కూకొని చెప్తానా మా అయ్య వచ్చే ఏళ్ళైందండి.
तेलंगाना में तेलुगु हैज अ गार्निश ऑफ उर्दू एंड देयरफॉर पर्शियन.
అరే ఏం చెప్పాలరా భయ్, మస్తు పరేషాన్లు ఉన్నా.
That's interesting. It has a garnish of Urdu. Huh. Let's go back. Hold on.
Of Urdu and therefore Persian.
అరే ఏం చెప్పాలరా భయ్, మస్తు పరేషాన్లు ఉన్నా. గింతకు ముందు షాపుకి పోయి మస్తు షర్ట్ చూసిన.
I definitely hear it. Wow.
Under Rayalaseema mein, it has a punch of Tamil to it.
యో అబ్బయ్య తూరు షాపుకి పోదాం.
See how it's like it's sharper at the end.
చేతికి దెబ్బేందే, ఎవరు కొట్టినారో యాడికి పోయినా నాకు చెప్పమని చెప్తా ఉండలే.
The coastal variant
it's sharper at the end. Wow.
Considered to be the standard variety of Telugu. Now, while technically Sanskrit is an external addition to Telugu, Telugu never saw Sanskrit as an impurity. In fact, it wouldn't be wrong to say that Telugu willingly absorbed a lot of Sanskrit inside itself. तेलुगु में संस्कृत का एडिशन 2 फेज प्रोसेस में हुआ था. पहले फेज में it happened through Prakrit and probably Maharashtri Prakrit. This might have happened during the Satvahana rule between 200 BC to 300 AD. इस टाइम पे वो संस्कृत वर्ड्स जो प्राकृत में absorbed हुए थे were getting transferred to Telugu. Comparison के लिए we can take a look at Malayalam, जहाँ पे संस्कृत प्राकृत के थ्रू नहीं डायरेक्टली आई थी. This is why a brick, जिसे तेलुगु में कहते हैं इट्टुका, in Malayalam is called Ishtika. Ittuka is Prakrit and Ishtika is Sanskrit. The second phase happened about 700 years later, जब चालुक्य साम्राज्य के literature legend Nannaya was commissioned by the king Rajaraja Mahendra to write the Andhra Mahabharatam. The Andhra Mahabharatam is a Telugu retelling of the Sanskrit language Mahabharata. Nannaya
That's interesting. I mean, I'm presuming it's the exact same events, correct? They wouldn't diverge too much. I also have that. The other one.
Ji became the first of many poets and scholars who would gradually shape Telugu to become more and more like Sanskrit. New words and writing styles came into Telugu this time. For example, Andhra Mahabharatam is written in the Champu style. Champu is an old literary style which is a mix of prose and poetry. चंपू आपको बहुत सारा ओडिसी म्यूजिक में भी देखने को मिलेगा, सुनने को मिलेगा. संस्कृत और द्रविडियन कल्चर्स का मिश्रण हमें तेलुगु अल्फाबेट सिस्टम में भी दिखता है. द तेलुगु अल्फाबेट सिस्टम हैज लेटर्स टू रिप्रेजेंट बोथ संस्कृत एंड द्रविडियन वर्ड्स. फॉर एग्जांपल, लेटर्स लाइक ख, घ, झ, ठ ये सारे तेलुगु में प्राकृत और संस्कृत से आए हैं. नोटिस कीजिए कि ऑल ऑफ दीज आर एस्पिरेंट्स, मतलब एंड में इनके एक ह साउंड है. प्योर संस्कृत से आए थे साउंड्स लाइक व, न्य, श, श. Telugu में these letters are used exclusively to write Sanskrit words.
Really? See, I want to learn Indian languages, but it's so complex. My little brain is it's not big enough for this.
Like Gyanam. Vowels wise ये चार भी संस्कृत से आए. Telugu has two letters to denote sa and dha, sounds that came from pure Maharashtri Prakrit. We can tell that because no other language has these sounds. On the other hand, Telugu में normal र के लिए ये अक्षर तो है ही, साथ में there are two more letters. One is called Bandira, which is used to denote the Tamil sound r. It's like a double r.
What the rolling R's? How have I missed rolling R's this whole time? No way I've missed rolling R's this whole time.
Used in words like Rampapu, like a chainsaw, and Rampapu Chepa, like sawfish. Oh, and also Gurramu, meaning horse. Aajkal, this is just being written as normal ra. There's also another letter to denote that fancy sound they have in Tamil. I just did that, Tamil. It also pops up in words like Kozhikode and Parram. This letter looks a lot like Bandira, except notice the tiny circle. Yeah, that's new. In some inscriptions, they have also found this another mysterious letter, which we don't really know the name of. But some people
the triple R? What?
estimate that this was used to pronounce ra, like a triple heavy r sound. The rest of the sounds can be considered to be pure Telugu sounds. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Telugu also has two special vowels that do not exist in Hindi. One is A and another is O. These are shorter variations of A and O.
You literally just said the same thing. O. This is all over my head, brother.
They are denoted sometimes like this. 1300 से 1600 के बीच का समय तेलुगु कल्चर का गोल्डन एज माना जाता है. इसी दौरान विजयनगर एम्पायर पावर में था and they commissioned Sanskrit scholars to write poetry and epics. What started with the Chalukya dynasty was taken up further in the Vijayangar Empire because Vijayanagara kingdom was so...
Man, that is massive, huh? Oh, that's so nice looking though, ain't it? That's real nice looking.
Huge. There was a lot of interaction that happened between Karnataka and Andhra. In fact, until the fall of the Vijayanagara Empire, Telugu and Kannada को लिखने के लिए same script ही use होता था. If you look at the Kannada script and then at the Telugu script, they might look identical.
Yeah, a lot of people. So I've actually run into this. So again, like I play a lot of Geoguessr, and a lot of people, ask me, "Hey, how do you differentiate between Telugu and Kannada?" Because to a lot of people, they look exactly the same. But I guess I just know I can look at it and I know the difference. I mean, if you look at it enough, you can see these differences, right? It's just a matter of like taking your time with it. But yes, this is something that a lot of people overseas, or I guess even in like North India as well, have issues with, being able to tell these two languages apart. These ones in particular.
Okay, maybe not as similar as Bangla and Ohomia, but pretty similar. The
Uh,
look identical. Okay, maybe not as similar as Bangla and Ohomia.
I mean, these are very different as well, though. Like you can look at these and you can see they're different, right? Like I can. I mean, yeah, sure, it's the line versus the dot, but I again, people have asked me how I know to differentiate this because I can just see it and I instantly know. But it's just a matter of like taking your time to look at it, right? It's like I just need to learn. I just need to learn to speak it, guys. I just I can visibly look and distinctively see the individual characters on the majority of the language, the written script in India. I just like actually speaking it is the problem for me, I guess. My brain is not working. I need a better brain.
Ohomia, but pretty similar. The Kannada script is kind of like a cursive form of Telugu script. जैसे अकबर के दरबार में
Well,
नवरत्न होते
it's
थे ना,
more different
वैसे
than
राजा
that.
कृष्ण देवराय के किंगडम में 8 मस्त टैलेंटेड लोग थे called अष्टदिग्गजालु, meaning the 8 elephants. इसी दौरान तेलुगु कल्चर में इंट्रोड्यूस हुई थी द कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ अवधानम. अवधानम is a kind of poetic जुगलबंदी, except it is not 2 people but 9 people involved. The main guy is the Ashtadhyayi, the poet who performs the avadhanam. He indulges in these linguistic games, almost nerdy poetic puzzles that the panel comes up with, the panel of 8 other intellectual poets. The questions can range from serious, witty, funny to even bizarre, mathematical, and even about current affairs. Sounds a lot like UPSC.
సోనియా, థెరీసా, మండేలా, గాంధీజీ ఈ 4 పదాలని రామాయణార్థంలో శార్దూల వృత్తంలో చెప్పండి.
వాల్లభ్యం గును వీడి వచ్చితి మహో వాసో నియామ్య స్థితిన్.
Just pausing momentarily, I don't think I've ever seen anything like this in the USA. I mean, I guess it's just because, language isn't, that diverse here, but I'm trying to think of like a somewhere else where like it could even be potentially similar to this that I think Japan has something that's very similar to this, but I don't know. This is very unique.
వాసో నియామ్య స్థితిన్ చల్లంగా గడతేరి సారి గహనీ సంచారధారాగతిన్.
Something that
I had no idea what he was saying, but that's fine. Oh, what is this? Masculine, feminine, neuter, masculine, non-masculine, human, non-human. Oh, no gendered verbs, no genders.
is very unique to the Telugu language is its gender system. If you've watched a How Language Shapes Gender video, you already know this. जहाँ north में languages have masculine feminine categorization and south में masculine feminine neuter, Telugu goes a whole different route by picking masculine and non-masculine categories. For example, Rahul is going is Rahul Veltunnadu, but Radha is going is Radha Velutondi. Just like how the cat is going would be Pilli Velutondi. So Pilli and Radha are treated the same way. But guys,
I think this is very like this is like very common like English, right? Like when you refer to an animal, typically, at least what I do is I refer to an animal as a she. If I don't know their like specific gender, I always refer to animals as she's. That's just something that I've grown up with. I don't know if that's like something specific for me. I guess it's not something that I've really, thought of before to ask other people, but I've always just referred to animals as she. This is an interesting connection.
Guys, this was about singular nouns. If we look at plurals, something changes. Consider these three examples. Boys are going, girls are going, and cats are going. It's Abbailu veltunnaru, Ammailu also veltunnaru. But जब cats की बात आती है, Pillulu veltunnai. Look what just happened. Telugu now started categorizing words into human and non-human. Masculine and non-masculine. Therefore, Telugu uses masculine and non-masculine for singular nouns and human and non-human for plural nouns. This makes the Telugu gender system the most unique one in India.
That is
Sanskrit
rather
के साथ
unique.
interaction
I'm sorry. I just love this meme.
के बाद तेलुगु काफ़ी सॉफ्टन हो गया, वेरी मच लाइक बंगाली. ओल्ड तेलुगु में काफ़ी सारे रेट्रोफ्लेक्स साउंड्स थे, लाइक ट, और काफ़ी सारे कॉन्सोनेंट क्लस्टर्स भी थे जो कि टाइम के साथ डिसॉल्व हो गए. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, द वर्ड फॉर टुडे वॉज नेंडू, दैट गॉट सॉफ्टन टू नेडू. Similarly, the word for tortoise, tambelu, is today called tabelu. Old Telugu also had a lot of consonant ending words, which modern Telugu kind of softened by adding vowels. So, flowers के लिए जो word था pulled became pulu, and flies के लिए the word eagled became eagalu. Poets love Telugu not because there are so many vowels that make it easy to rhyme, but also how many ways you can create new words. इंग्लिश और हिंदी में एक वर्ब के बस कुछ ही ट्रांसफॉर्मेशंस हो सकते हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, ईट और खाने के लिए देयर इज एट, ईटन, ईटिंग, खाया, खाते, खिलाते. यू कैन काउंट देम ऑन योर फिंगर टिप्स. टू क्रिएट मोर कॉम्प्लेक्स टेंसेस वी ऐड वर्ड्स लाइक हैड और रहा और चुका. Telugu में instead of using such support words, the root verb itself is transformed. So
it doesn't use support words? Okay.
फॉर एग्जाम्पल, मैं खाता हूँ इस तिंटानु, मैं खा रहा हूँ इस तिंटुन्नानु.
Okay.
मैं खा लिया इस तिन्नानु, बट मैं ऑलरेडी खा लिया इस तिनेसानु. मैं नहीं खाया इस
Okay.
तिनलेदु. खाओ इस तिनु, मत खाओ इस तिनक्कू. खाकर इस तिनी, खाने के दौरान इस तिंटू, ना खाने के दौरान इस तिनक्का. And we are just getting started.
My poor brain is not big enough for this.
Because of this reason, many words are elegantly similar to each other in Telugu. The rules for this verb transformation is also not algorithmically decided. Telugu ensures that sounds only mix in a way that the result sounds nice and musical. For example, take the verb for arranging or organizing, kudurcha. Arrange karo is verb plus u, so kudurchu. Makes sense. But arrange karke is verb plus I, so it should be kudurchi. But Telugu finds that unaesthetic, so it becomes kudirchi. Mat arrange karo is verb plus akka, so it should
okay, kudirchi does sound better.
be kudurchaka. But Telugu aligns the vowel of the verb with the suffix, making it kudarchaka.
Those sounded exactly the same.
Aligns the verb plus akka, so it should be kudurchaka. But Telugu aligns the vowel of the verb with the suffix, making it kudarchaka.
That sounded exactly the same to me. I guess sound is different, but that sounded exactly the same.
Take another example. अगर हम सारे द्रविडियन लैंग्वेजेस में ये फ्रेज ट्रेन टू वाराणसी और ट्रेन टू कोलकाता को कंपेयर करें, we find that only Telugu changes the word for to, ku या ki based on the ending vowel of the place name. बाकी सारे languages में this word stays constant. This tendency of languages to adjust sound so that the result is aesthetic is called vowel harmony.
You know what I was saying about it being malleable? I mean, what's more malleable than this? Literally changing the words to sound better, right? That's pretty malleable.
And believe it or not, India में तेलुगु के अलावा बस बंगाली is the only language जिसमें हमें vowel harmony दिखता है. So Bengali.
What are some of the other languages?
So that
or
the result
other parts
is
in the world?
aesthetic is called vowel harmony. And believe it
Interesting.
Not, India में तेलुगु के अलावा बस बंगाली is the only language जिसमें हमें vowel harmony दिखता है. So बंगाली में for example it's आमी शिखी but तुमी शेखो. आमी
Unfortunately, the subtitles stopped working, but I can understand what's happening.
कोरी तुमी कोरो. इस रूल के वजह से तेलुगु words are fine tuned to sound musical. Therefore, अगर हमें summarize करना हो that why is Telugu so musical, the first reason is the Ajanta nature of Telugu. Every word ends with a vowel and so they're easy to rhyme. The second is that there are multiple registers for Telugu to borrow from. So for a same object, Telugu can have a Sanskrit inspired word, a native Telugu inspired word, a Persian inspired word, a Tamil inspired word, and so on. Then there are multiple verb transformations as we saw. From the same root verb, you can create almost thousands of forms. And lastly, there is vowel harmony to ensure that every sound sounds nice. This is what gives Telugu such a Lego-like property that it makes possible for something like
Malleable, man. It's malleable.
Dwakshar poetry to exist. Dwakshari is a poetic challenge where the limit is to use just 2 letters or 2 sounds. Let's listen to a modern day rendition of a Dwakshari poem in
How do you even read this?
Telugu, where only the sounds ma and na are used.
How do you understand what? It's just 2 sounds? How do you Huh?
India में बहुत सारे states हैं where non-natives sometimes get bullied to speak the language. But you will never see that happen in Telugu lands. Telugu has never been forced on anyone. Maybe it is because the language के DNA में ही इतना सारा diversity है. From Sanskrit to Maharashtri.
The subtitles have just stopped working, but I understand enough that it's fine.
To Tamil. Out of 44 Filmfare Awards for the Best Actress in Telugu, you can understand how accepting Telugus are from the fact that only 4 of them were born in Telugu lands. Telugu culture manages to be extremely practical while also being creative and innovative. They do really well in technical exams like IIT JEE, and they produce some of the largest number of software engineers in this country. As a result of pushing their logical side to the extreme, they also express their imaginative and creative side in their movies. I feel that this wit, willingness to think outside of the box, tolerance and optimism has helped Telugus immensely. It has made the culture thrive so well in the West, and it has given us great Indian leaders like Sarojini Naidu ji, P.V. Narasimha Rao ji, sportsmen like V.V.S. Lakshman, Sania Mirza, P.V. Sindhu, and philosophers like Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan. In fact, do you know that our Indian flag was also designed by a Telugu legend, Pingali Venkaya? And not to forget musicians like S.P. Balasubramanian Garu. And as the man himself, Krishna
I don't know most of these people.
I rightly said, Deshabhashalandu Telugu truly is Lessa. స్నేహితులు ఐఎమ్ సో హ్యాపీ విత్ దిస్ వీడియో. ఈ వీడియో నా కోసం చాలా చాలా స్పెషల్గా ఉంది బికాస్ ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ నా బర్త్ ప్లేస్. నేను వైజాగ్లో పుట్టాను, క్లాస్ 1 వరకు వైజాగ్లో చదివాను. నాకు అప్పుడు చాలా మంది తెలుగు ఫ్రెండ్స్ ఉన్నారు అండ్ ఐ కుడ్ స్పీక్ బేసిక్ తెలుగు వెరీ వెల్. బట్ విత్ టైమ్ నేను నా ఫ్లూయెన్సీ లూజ్ చేశాను అండ్ ఈ వీడియో ఒక ప్రయత్నం అయింది టు బ్రింగ్ దిస్ మ్యూజిక్ అండ్ ద మెలడీ దట్ ఇస్ తెలుగు. సో థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్ టు అవర్ యూట్యూబ్ మెంబర్స్ నయన్ కాళే, ట్రిక్ నాక్ ఆర్ట్స్, ప్రీతం దాస్ గుప్తా, వరుణ్ కాంబ్లే, H. Vineet, Megara, Narasimha Murthy, Shona.
It's a good video. It's a good video, guys. It's a very good video. Link to the video will be in the description down below. I liked it a lot. It was good. Yeah, I mean, Indian Pixels always has been top notch when it comes to videos, and this one was another fantastic one. It's very Telugu is very complex, I found. But yeah, no, I can definitely see how malleable it is, how I guess poetic is a perfect word for it. It's very it's a language of poetry. It's as if poetry was a language. Oh man, that's got to be that's got to be the title of the video, right? It's as if it's as if poetry was a language, Telugu. I liked it. I liked this a lot. It was a good video. Again, go and check out the original. We're going to read some of the comments to see what some of the comments have to say. 8 languages, brother. 8 languages. He can speak 8 languages. He can speak 6 languages fluently. Well, my brain is broken, guys. I myself didn't know my language had so many intricacies. Hats off to the research. Wow. Telugu people are friendliest people of South, really chill to hang out with. As a Bengali living in Hyderabad and striving to learn this beautiful language, I'm glad you made a video on Telugu. Telugu, that. Okay, I can't read that. I don't want to butcher it. I live in America, and one day I was talking to my family on the phone in Telugu in front of a Taco Bell, and a woman came up to me and asked, "Hey, what language do you speak?" I said, "I speak Telugu, my mother's language." She said, "Your language is very different." They were pleasant to listen to, and I felt very proud at the moment. Oh, ain't that sweet? Ain't that sweet? We got some donations here. Very cool, very cool. I'm a North Indian Hindi person settled in Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. We converted to Telugu as a family, and we speak and learn Telugu. We love Telugu so much that we all call ourselves as Telugu people now. Bro, how can you settle in both states at the same time? Having properties in both states. Actually, both states are together until 2014. True, they split apart 12 years ago. I'm Indo-Caribbean and recently discovered my maternal lineage was Telugu speakers. Thank you for the video. With love from Suriname, Guyana, and the Netherlands. Politicians dividing the country, uniting the country, yeah. We gotta unite, guys. We gotta unite. Don't let them divide us. We have to unite. Telugu is the most musical language in the world. Even a regular conversation between people sounds like a duet. Every Telugu guy, girl should celebrate this video. My mother tongue. I'm living in Andhra Pradesh for the last 10 years. I've never faced any sort of discrimination. Telugu people respect other language and their speakers. Please share the video. I'm so proud. Awestruck. I've been waiting for this. As a native speaker of the Telugu language and as a student of Telugu literature, I would say that you have shown immense hard work, excuse me, gosh, my reading comprehension, in bringing this. More than 90% of the Telugu people are not aware of this background. This would help them to open their eyes and embrace their mother tongue with pride. Thank you once again for choosing this content. It was a good video. It was a very good video. We'll see if there's anything a little bit more recent here. Most of the comments seem to be going along the same lines of like praise and whatnot, so I don't think there's going to be too much. I like to see comments. I like reading comments because it brings out stuff to have a conversation about, right? Your video inspired me to learn Telugu. Nice analysis. Good to know about Telugu and also you. Yes, Telugu is a musical language. Among other languages in India, I love mostly Telugu. Thank you for making this video. Good research. Yeah, so I think we get it. I think we get it, guys. This is a good video. I like the video a lot. I always enjoy his videos. So, yeah, cool. Thank you for watching. I'll go ahead and go now. I appreciate you stopping by. And remember to like, comment, subscribe. Check out the original video. Check out my gaming channel and my Geoguessr channel. And with that, I'm out of here. Take care. Goodbye.